All right, I'm joined by Loren Taylor, and I saw something really cool. You sent it to me, and I signed up right away, actually. The Town Tourney Turn-up. You're doing a March Madness style bracket, both men's and women's. I actually signed up for the women's one. But tell me a little bit about the inspiration behind this and what it can do for people.
Oh, absolutely. So we know that sports has the amazing power to unify, build bridges between cultures. We see that at like Pee Wee League levels in neighborhoods. We see it at, globally with the Olympics. And we just have the opportunity here when it comes to March Madness, something that so many people align around. I think tens of thousands of Oaklanders are going to be paying attention, watching, rooting for their favorite team, rooting for the underdog to take on the top seeds, or just rooting for their bracket to come out on top. And so looking at that, looking at the division, the despair that a lot of folks in Oakland feel, it was, hey, we should take advantage of this opportunity to pull folks together in a way that celebrates who we are, what we have, crosses boundaries, and just have some fun as well. So that was the inspiration. I'm excited about it because it's going to be virtual as well as in person. We're going to have some activations, some watch parties at different local sports bars, restaurants, patronizing and supporting small businesses. We're taking advantage of the opportunity to identify talent. We've got some amazing Oaklanders who are going to be in the tournament, so we'll be rooting for them. I think Xavier University, we've got Sully Boom there. We've got Keshad at San Diego State. We also have a player at Duke in terms of Oakland roots. So rooting for town talent, and also just celebrating some of our nonprofits that are providing great youth activities as well. So it's just packing a lot in, but it'll be a fun couple weeks rooting. And, it's always a little bit crazy. You never know what's going to happen in March Madness.
Yeah, seriously. Now, if you're interested at all or not interested, it's actually better if you're not interested in college basketball because you might have a better chance at beating people in these brackets. They're always complete and utter chaos. So you don't have to be a sports expert. I cover sports for a living. My bracket, which I rarely fill out, to be honest, because it just gets blown up immediately. This is for everybody, right?
It's for fun. Absolutely. You don't have to know college basketball. You don't have to know sports. Just jump in. You can learn about the teams, a few of the players, and then just go at it. So it's going to be fun. We're going to make it a great time. And we've got some great Oakland prizes as well. So we've got the Visit Oakland, our visitors and tourism bureau, that's putting together a few packages, talking to a few Oakland-based companies to throw in a few other things. Oakland Roots are a sponsor. So I think we may have a few jerseys to give away as well. So excited about the opportunity to bring everyone together, regardless of your sports expertise.
Now, like I said, I rarely do a bracket, if ever, but I decided to fill out one for the women's bracket because I know the Stanford women are a huge team around here. Cameron Brink is amazing. Tara Vanderveer, their coach, is a legend. And so I'm going to fill that one out for sure. But I did it after you DM'd it to me. It was free. It was super easy. You don't have to pay anything. Just come jump right in, right?
Absolutely. Free, fun, super easy. Looking forward to seeing you virtually and hopefully in person as well.
Yeah, you can't lose. Just fill out the free bracket. Maybe you win something, and maybe you just enjoy some random games that you would have otherwise had no rooting interest in.
Absolutely. And let's meet up at a local sports bar and, share some appetizers and have some drinks as well.
Heck yeah, man. I'm in. All right. I'll fill out a men's bracket too. How about that? I'll go on there. They're both being done by ESPN.com too. So it's a really easy, popular, free bracket service. Jump right in. Since I have you, I love to talk about the A's and Howard Terminal.
Of course. You can't get away without it.
Can't get away without it. Obviously, you were very close. You were very, very close to being the next mayor of Oakland. Now you're sort of having to watch this from the sidelines, but I preface that by saying you were one of the people that knows the most about this, having served on the city council. You were in all the meetings. You were very, very well informed on what's going on. So what do you kind of see is happening right now between the A's and city?
Yeah, well, We still have, first of all, you're right. Super close, 677 votes, huge, I will say, yeah, still recovering. But that being said, as far as Howard Terminal, what I see happening is that the A's are looking for some sort of confirmation that they've got a partner who's ready to work with them and drive forward. I think that we see a lot more activity in Vegas in terms of a city that's competing for their attention, for their their investment. We in Oakland have failed miserably when it comes to competing with other cities, whether it's for businesses, project opportunities, employees, name it. And so I think it's an opportunity for Oakland leadership to step up and say, hey, we are not just going to rest on our laurels, but we are going to actually, put the package together that we know makes sense and creates that win-win for the town and gets the investment that we need.
Now, when you last served, they were trying to get the offsite infrastructure. The thing to me is July 20th is really when the gauntlet was thrown down, and it was thrown down in a way that the city was going to handle these offsite funds, but now there's a shortfall. The city actually did come up with what they thought was the number, but then the number kept on rising. So do you think they have the means to secure those remaining grants? So what has to happen to bridge that gap? Because that's really the biggest remaining item, right?
Oh, it absolutely is. I think every development project, regardless of what size it is, has seen significant costs of inflation, costs of, for staff in order to work these projects and drive it. And that is a reality. When it comes to where these dollars are coming from, I think we also have to acknowledge that the city of Oakland is facing a $200 million deficit, that they're going to have to do some aggressive budget cutting right now from operating dollars, while also seeking out these capital investments. I know that there's still hope, and we're looking for ways that we can do some of this offsite infrastructure. I think also we need to really sit down with the A's and figure out, well, what are some of the ways that we can, stage this? I know that they're talking about other funding, like the condo conversion fees was one unresolved, I will say, revenue source that doesn't necessarily impact the A's today as well. So all of these need to be, I think, explored, but you can't move closer to that if you're not having those meetings, working aggressively at the table with them to come up with some of these solutions.
Yeah, and I don't want to go out of the way to get you in trouble or disparage anybody, but would you maybe do some things differently than how they're currently being done?
It's what I'll say is the amount of attention and commitment that you have to sitting at the table, working, negotiating, and actually driving towards some solutions, it goes a long way. And so it's not something that can be put on the back burner, hoping that, something comes to fruition. We've got to push more aggressively. And I guess that's what I believe needs to happen. And what I would look at doing is really being more, I will say, visible in terms of wanting to make something happen, recognizing the obstacles, the challenges that exist, but not letting someone else out hustle me to try and come up with some solution.
All right, NCAA terms, is Oakland the favorite or the underdog?
I think right now we're dealing with a true toss-up. It's like a 5 and a 6 all sort of in there. And so trying to just figure out where it's going to play. It's, for me, I'm still optimistic. I'm hoping that we can figure out a way to make this happen, because there's a lot of benefit for the town. There's a lot of benefit for the future of Oaklanders if we can get this right.
Yeah, I got it about there too. I've been as high as 60% to 40% Oakland. I've dropped it down a little bit. I think I'm about 55% Vegas right now, which pains me to say, but I still think it's anybody's game. There could be a Cinderella story here. We'll see. If you're watching this, please go fill out a bracket. Go check out Loren Taylor's challenge. It's really cool. I'm going to be in it because I like to just watch Stanford hopefully win the NCAA tourney again. They're going to be a fairly high seed, I think, but make sure you check it out. And I know you won't say it, but elections and politics are already confusing. Ranked choice voting does not help. Does not help.
I think In-N-Out has it right. Simplify the menu, simplify things as much as possible so that people can actually get what they want when they place their order.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. All right, we'll leave it with that. Thank you so much for joining me, Loren Taylor.
Thank you. All right. Take care, Casey.